Grosskreutz on the pole position. Kelly Tanner, the Northwest Tour champion, is alongside. Second row, Aaron Newport and Kenny Shepard. Row number 3, Tony Tost and Jimmy Oberto. The fourth row, Kurt Busch and Mike Snow. Row number 5, Freddie Query and Jim Engelbright. 11th and 12th starting positions, Nipper Alsop and M.K. Kankey. John Dillon and Derek Gilchrist start 13th and 14th, and Matt Crafton in 15th.
On the outside of the 8th row is Frank Adamo, then Eric Holmes, Brian Germoni, Mark Nish, Greg Rodman, who runs so well, Sean Monroe, Darrell Lamour, that's the fellow you're talking about that got the 24 spot, Bill Lawrence out of Canada, Frank Moronsky is the fellow who got the 24 spot, and the B main winner was Ron Eaton, won many times in the Northwest Tour, and Michael Ray.
Here we go. The cars come out of corner number 4 and get the green flag. We're underway. Matt Crafton has a bad start as he's passed by several cars immediately. Meanwhile, we race down the backstretch, and Grosskreutz is trying to get the lead away from Tanner, but they're side by side at the finish line.
Right along with Kurt Busch in the Star Nursery car. He tries to work his way towards the front in the 8th spot currently. There he is. That's Freddie Query, the 21 on the outside of him.
74 is Nipper Alsop. Oh, we got some trouble up in 3. Oh, several cars hard into the wall. We got about 7 or 8 cars that are going to be severely damaged. Craig Rodman is able to get through.
Mike Snow, heavy contact, and there's the 17 car of Darrell Lamour.
Jim Engelbright is involved. So is the 17 of Darrell Lamour, as you said. Eric Holmes is up against the wall, and we have parts of cars laying all over the racetrack up there in the 3rd and 4th turns. Let's take a look at what happened here.
Going in the corner, and we see, looks like the Snow car just gets loose going in the corner. The 25 car looks like a Mike Snow gets loose going in the 3rd corner. Actually, he was a little bit wide getting in the corner. There might have been a little bit of debris up there. He hung the right rear end, and around he goes. Kind of blocks the racetrack.
And another angle.
There, so he gets in a little bit high, but the 19 Tony Tost is already, I think Snow got in a little bit too high.
Let's go down to Rick DeBrule.
We're looking forward to this race.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. And
let's talk about what happened on the track.
I think we lost the drive line or transmission, so I don't know.
A little too painful. Now, this was the first time you were going to go for a long distance in this race.
Yeah, this is our first long-distance race, so, you know, things happen. We just had bad luck.
Well, the team's going to work underneath the car, trying to do what they can to fix it. They'll tell him soon whether he's going to be back in this race.
They got a lot of work to do, and so do some other crews, because of about a 6 or 8 car crash up in turns 3 and 4 in the early going of winter heat here at Tucson. Back in a moment. Car Featherlight Southwest Tour race. We're under caution right now. We got a multi-car tangle up in turns 3 and 4 early in the event. We'll take a look again at what happened in this accident.
Going in turn 3 and watch and listen. Man. We'll watch on the onboard camera with Mike Snow and just see what happens down the backstretch. Once again, listen.
Rick DeBrule is down with Brian Germoni.
Very disappointed Brian Germoni. Before the race we were talking, you were saying it didn't really worry you to start in the middle of the pack, unless of course there's an accident and you got stuck in it.
Oh man, just we're going so fast and things just happen, but we got in someone's fluid and went up and hit the fence, but just it's really unfortunate. The guys did a good job. Roger Bracken Corporation did a great job.
Just too much damage to the front end?
Yeah, well, we'll try to get it back out there. We're here to race and have a good time. We'll get back out there, but just it's short track racing. We love, we want to be here. We want to represent the tour really well, and we'll be back next time, that's for sure.
Brian Germoni not going to give up.
We might point out that this is not a points-paying race for this series. They will not begin their series until January when they race here at Tucson Raceway Park. So Germoni really hasn't lost anything except maybe a little pride and in a race car.
I mean, they're here to strictly race this afternoon. That's what they're here for. And, you know, I talked about Mike Snow and what might have caused him to spin. And then we heard the interview with Aaron Newport, who said he lost a drive shaft. Also talked to Brian Germoni. So that's what happened to Mike Snow, the 25 car. He goes in turn 3. When the drive shaft came out of Aaron Newport's car, it slung transmission fluid on the racetrack, and that's what he got in and caused the spin.
As you can see, Snow's car is on a rollback, and the number 1 car of Eric Holmes is still up against the wall in turn number 3, and it could be they're have to get it off with a rollback also. So it's going to take a little time for this thing to get cleaned up. We'll take a look at a field summary here as 11 laps have been completed. Kelly Tanner has taken the lead from the pole sitter Mark Grosskreutz, and there you see the rest of the top 15 at this point with the numbers in parentheses on the right where they started. We'll take another break and be right back, hopefully with the resumption of this Featherlight Southwest Tour race from Tucson Park on Winter Heat. Laps completed in the NASCAR Featherlight Southwest Tour 200, part of Winter Heat. Well, nothing heats up the NHL ice faster than a matchup between the past 2 Stanley Cup champions. The league's leading scorer Peter Forsberg led Colorado to a win earlier this season over Detroit and veterans Brendan Shanahan and Steve Yzerman. So the Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche go at it again Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern here on The Deuce. Rick DeBrule is standing by with another victim of this 8-car crash up in turn 3 and 4.
You're looking at the damage that was done to Jim Englebright's car just before the race. We were standing there with M.K. Kanke talking about, you know, you guys get to race together and you get to wreck together. If that's what happens, that's what happens.
That's what happened. We were all pretty racy, and, you know, it's just kind of one of those things. I don't know. I seen Freddie Corey get in the fence right in front of us, but I don't know if that caused it or not. But, you know, early in the race, we're all fighting for position. It just kind of happened. The Wonder Bar car, I think, was going to be pretty good today, you know.
It's too frustrating out here. I got to show you something else. Not only Jim Englebright out, but take a look at this. This is M.K. Kanke's car over here. You see him standing over here. M.K. Kanke, the guy who won 4 races last year, out of this race. Let's talk about what happened from your perspective.
Well, it looks like somebody either blew a motor or dropped dry shaft tranny fluid end or something, and we just all went in the fence. I mean, ain't much we can do about it.
It was just too much in front of you to avoid?
Yeah, it looked like everybody on that outside row ended up losing it.
What kind of damage to your car?
Oh, we're out for the day.